Today, we, a group of young school-based journalists, are here to talk about one of the most pressing issues of our time. It has been all over the news and internet. It has been widely talked about in various institutions, and it is the subject of numerous documentaries and films. At present, global warming has been the hot topic among people from all backgrounds. It is said to have been the cause of many catastrophes of our country and the entire world. What exactly is global warming?
What is global warming? I think global warming is what happens when we fail to take care of the earth. And so the earth gives us carbon.
Global warming is the trap of carbon dioxide in the earth's atmosphere.
Global warming is a change in our atmosphere. It changes the moods of the weather. When it's supposed to be raining, it's hot. And when it's supposed to be hot, it's raining.
Global warming is the increase of temperature worldwide brought about by the carbon emissions leading to a greenhouse effect, which in turn leads to the melting of ice caps and the increase of water level.
Global warming is the phenomenon wherein the Earth's average surface temperature increases because of greenhouse gases. The level of carbon dioxide, which traps sunlight from being released back into space, is increased due to burning of fossil fuels, and deforestation, as well as pollution, is widespread and no uncommon. Global warming is the biggest crisis we have currently. In the 21st century, we are facing a problem that started from the changing of Earth's climate and is building up to even more terrifying events.
deforestation and burning of too much plastic.
What are the effects of global warming?
The effects of global warming is
The primary cause of global warming is us. We throw too much trash, we smoke too much, and our companies are making too much stuff that destroy our ozone layer.
Global warming is the increase of temperature worldwide. This is brought about by the carbon emissions from the CFCs and brings about a greenhouse effect which envelopes the heat here in.
What causes global warming? There are several greenhouse gases responsible for this. The humans emit them in a variety of ways. Some more prominent gases are carbon dioxide emitted from combustion of fossil fuels in cars, factories, and electricity production. Methane released from landfills in agriculture, especially from the digestive system of grazing animals. Nitrous oxide from fertilizers, gases used for refrigeration and industrial processes, and loss of forests which would otherwise store carbon dioxide. Global warming is primarily a problem of too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which acts as a blanket trapping heat and warming the planet. It doesn't allow sunlight to escape from the Earth's atmosphere as we burn fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas for energy or cut down and burn forests to create pastures and plantations. Carbon accumulates and overloads our atmosphere. Certain practices aggravate the problem by releasing other important global warming gases such as methane and nitrous oxide. The reality of global warming has been evident in local events which are happening in our country. The Philippines right now is experiencing El Nino or extreme drought. This has caused water shortages, extreme weather conditions including unpredictable rains, super typhoons such as Yolanda and Pando, very high temperatures and changed monsoon patterns are being experienced in the nation. These events have resulted in a drop in agricultural and fishing industries, which depend on the nutrients of the environment to survive.
This was incredibly intense and big. The strikes of this typhoon is just phenomenal, and the way it moved across the Philippines is something of serious concern. It's hit multiple islands with full super typhoon force, 200-mile-per-hour winds. So this is a real concern for us. We don't have information coming yet from these most affected areas.
But 5 years later, here is just one small taste of the fruits of his labor, visual proof of Mendenhall's steady retreat.
Now, in the winter, will this come back?
The retreat will tend to slow down in the wintertime.
Okay.
And maybe it even stabilizes or creeps forward a tiny little bit. But boy, as soon as the warming season comes back on, it continues to gobble itself backwards.
What are the effects of global warming?
The effects of global warming are climate change and the loss of habitats of animals.
The effects of global warming is the melting of the icebergs.
The effects of global warming is farming and everyday life. First of all, it changes harvesting periods and it's harder for people to live since when they are used to it being hot, it's cold.
The effects brought about by these are the melting of the ice caps, which leads to the increase of the water level and to the submersion of small islands, and it also brings about changes in climate all over the world.
So, what are the effects of global warming? The most important and most prominent is climate change. The rising temperatures throughout the globe have caused glaciers to melt, sea levels to rise, forests to burn up, and thousands of species to be displaced from their habitats. The extremely unpredictable weather has caused a lot of discomfort and even a decrease in economic stability as agricultural and fishing industries struggle to cope with the conditions. Global warming has caused a large impact on our environment. How can we prevent that? Although there is no complete and immediate solution to global warming, we can take steps, whether they be local or even worldwide. We can start through simple ways, such as conserving our resources, practicing reusing, reducing and recycling to make the most out of what we have. Change your habits in order to reduce your carbon footprint in simple ways, such as carpooling. Engage in activities like tree planting and community cleaning. And lastly, raise awareness. These might seem like simple steps, but if everyone does these, then the impact on the world would be great. Now, what are you going to do to save our planet?